Through the course of the years, the NBA has seen a lot of crazy guys walk over the hardwood with thug attitudes, putting the league's integrity in jeopardy as they're a danger for the team, themselves, and even the fans, being a poor example for young ballers that actually look up to them. It's pretty normal to watch some guys that don't even have much growing up and now are millionaires in the NBA. And more often than not, those guys that came from poverty-filled environments can't just shake their thug lifestyle even if they finally made it. So the league has had to step up on several occasions and take legal actions against some crazy dudes that don't realize that they're actually hurting the sport that made them earn a living, and having to permanently ban them from playing for any of these 30 franchises in the league. And today we'll look back at those very same guys. What's good YouTube? Today I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about every NBA player that has been banned from the NBA, and let's get into it. Number 1, Ralph Beard. The former Indianapolis Olympian was extremely talented, being the 22nd overall pick of the 1949 NBA draft out of Kentucky U as a point guard, spending just a couple of seasons in the NBA before being banned for life due to a scandal regarding sports betting. Beard had a great feel for the game and could score in bunches during his first couple of seasons, averaging over 15 points and 4 assists per game, but facing a lifetime ban for taking money to win games for less than 10 points during his last year at college. Number 2, Alex Grossa. Grossa was Beard's brother-in-arms during their NCAA stint at Kentucky U, being the 2nd overall pick of that very same 1949 NBA draft, and also playing for a couple of seasons as a member of the Olympians. Through those couple of seasons, Grossa fared even better than Beard with these averages of 22 points per game, before also being permanently banned from playing in the NBA for his implication in the sports betting scandal. Number 3, Sherman White. White's case was even worse than Grossa's and Beard's, as the first two actually made it into the association, played for a couple of years, and even became All-Stars, while White wouldn't even be eligible to play in the NBA. Sherman was also being involved in point shaving during his NCAA stint after being one of the greatest prospects in the nation and the Sporting News Player of the Year, falling from being a no-brainer first-round pick to even not setting a foot on an NBA floor. Number 4, Jack Molinas. The former Detroit Pistons small forward was also permanently banned from playing the NBA after the 53-54 campaign for yet again another betting scandal. But this one was even more stupid, as Molinas actually waged in favor or against his very own team. Being drafted 3rd overall during the 1953 NBA draft, he was one of the best rookies in the nation with averages of more than 12 points and almost 7 boards per contest, but his implications in this scandal prevented him from even becoming relevant. Number 5, John Drew. Drew was actually the first player to ever be banned from the NBA due to constant substance abuse and repeated violations of the league's policy, struggling to keep away from drugs during most of his life. The shooting guard was actually a very talented player and an important member of the Atlanta Hawks and Utah Jazz throughout a 10-year stint, but his addiction to cocaine completely ruined his life after being a fierce and versatile scorer. Number 6, Dwayne Washington. Washington was permanently banned from setting foot on NBA hardwood during the middle of the 88-89 campaign for the very same reason Drew got banned, as he tested positive for the most prohibited substance in the association, cocaine. The shooting guard wasn't able to spend much time in the NBA due to that kind of misconduct, and he'll only be remembered nowadays for being Derek Fisher's older brother, failing to achieve anything important through his NBA career. Number 7, Chris Washburn. During the late 80s, the league really became way more disciplined regarding the drug use and abuse against the players, trying their best to clean and renew the image of the NBA and performing very strict controls and random tests. So Washburn was yet again another victim of their drug policy, being permanently banned from playing in the association after testing positive on 3 different drug tests during the very same reason, and being forced to get out of the NBA after just 3 seasons playing as a center for the Warriors and the Hawks. Number 8, Roy Harper Lee. The former Dallas Mavericks power forward was only able to stay in the league for 6 full seasons due to struggles with drugs and alcohol after being drafted 6th overall by the Mavericks in the 1986 NBA draft as a standout prospect of Michigan. In fact, Harper Lee's suspension was actually temporary, so he spent a couple of seasons overseas before being reinstated. Sadly, he actually failed to keep sober, being once again banned for his abuse of alcohol, and this time for good. Number 9, Richard Dumas. Richard Dumas permanently banned from the NBA after being suspended several times due to substance abuse and refusing to check in for rehabilitation, being reinstated a couple of years later but being suspended for once again falling off the wagon. Before that, it looked like Dumas was going to be a huge monster coming into the second round out of Oklahoma State, averaging 15.8 points and 4.6 rebounds as a rookie small forward for the Phoenix Suns, although he was never able to find consistency due to that constant misbehavior. Number 10, Chris Andersen. The Birdman was suspended for 2 years after testing positive for a banned substance in 2006. This after being the first player to be ever called up from the D-League. He was having a decent year with the Hornets in terms of defense when his test came up dirty. Andersen tried to appeal, but the arbitrator sided with the NBA. He has since returned and his career has been solidified with a ring. Andersen also has to deal with a crazy catfish situation recently that almost got him in trouble with the law. He helped the Heat win the championship in 2013. Number 11, OJ Mayo. OJ Mayo was dismissed and disqualified from the NBA for violating the terms of the league's anti-drug program, the first player to receive that punishment in a decade. The league said that he was able to apply for reinstatement after 2 years. According to the rules of the NBA anti-drug program, information regarding the test or treatment of a player can't be disclosed by the league, his team, or the union. However, there are only few violations that will lead to Mayo's punishment. A player can be dismissed or disqualified from the NBA for testing positive for a drug abuse, or if he's convicted of or pleads guilty to the use, possession, or distribution of a drug abuse. Mayo played 4 seasons for the Grizzlies and 1 for the Dallas Mavericks before playing for the Bucks. He averaged 13.8 points in 547 career games played throughout his NBA career. Number 12, Tyreke Evans. The NBA announced this past week that Tyreke Evans has been dismissed and disqualified from the league for violating the terms of the NBA anti-drug program. Under the program, he's eligible to apply for reinstatement in 2 years. Evans has played 10 seasons in the league and was Rookie of the Year in 2010. He was drafted by the Kings out of Memphis with the 4th overall pick in 2009. He also played for the New Orleans Pelicans and Memphis Grizzlies. He sat out 1 game early in the season for violating team rules and issued an apology then for being late to practice. He also missed 3 games late in the year due to personal reasons and a respiratory infection. Number 13, Donald Sterling. Even though he wasn't an NBA player, Sterling owned the LA Clippers franchise. However, in 2013, he made racist remarks to black people to his girlfriend. His racist seals were leaked publicly by TMZ. This resulted him in being permanently banned from the NBA as he can't attend any NBA games and was fined $2.5 million. Number 14, Connie Hawkins. During his freshman year in college, Hawkins was linked to a point-shaving scandal. As a result of this connection, he was informally banned from the NBA in 1961 and formally banned in 1966. Hawkins filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NBA, claiming that he was unfairly banned from participation when there was no substantial evidence linking him to the scandal. In 1969, the NBA settled the suit with Hawkins, paying him a cash settlement and lifting his ban to play with the Phoenix Suns. Number 15, Michael Ray Richardson. In February of 1986, Richardson was banned permanently for repeatedly violating the NBA's substance abuse policy. He was reinstated 2 years later in July 1988, although he never played in the NBA again. That concludes the video. What do you think of this list? What's next for Tyreke Evans? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for new, and click the bell to get notified of my future videos. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.